Why not? Just felt like doing it, you know. Don't even know what day of the week it is at times with this self-quarantine, self-isolation, all thing we're going through right now. So, so be positive, stay positive, you know, stay healthy, be safe, we'll get through this. But about a week or so ago, you know, the first part that I did was Sweet Caroline. And, you know, saw Neil Diamond make an appearance. I guess it was on his Facebook page or whatever his social media platform is. And, you know, just kind of gave a good positive, you know, attitude and played a little bit of Sweet Caroline, and it got me thinking that, you know, a song that I learned a long time ago, and we play it live in really all the bands I've played in, and it's just fun. You know, sometimes it's overplayed, sometimes, you know, even we overplay it and we get a little bit tired of it once in a while, but it's still fun. We don't even put it on the set list anymore. We just kind of keep it in our back pocket, and if we're going to pull it out, we pull it out. So I figured, you know, it'd be pretty cool just to kind of go over how we play it. It's a different key of the studio album, studio version that you're accustomed to. I think that's in the key of B. We kind of, at least the way I learned it when I first joined one of my bands, it was Magnum with my buddy Gary, and that became Deep in the Pocket. They had already established a way of playing it. Basically, I think it was the key of A is what they do it in, but that E pedal. So we kind of heavied it up a little bit. So that way, you can still play it in the same key as an acoustic guitar. It still sounds good. Matter of fact, I think that's how Neil Diamond played it in his social media message just last week. We kind of just heavied it up a little bit, so that way it kind of gets a little heavier, but not crazy, but just something different in that E pedal, that bass note just kind of sets the tone there, which is E. So again, key of A, but you kind of got those elements of E in there as well. But it's pretty straightforward. You know, in terms of just, you know, playing it in that key. So I'll show you how we do that. Pretty straightforward. And then, you know, at the end of the video, I'll show you how I just kind of do that lead, which is pretty simple. You know, you're just playing some triple notes basically. But it's pretty straightforward. So let's take a look at it. All right, so here we are. So let's take a closer look at this one. Again, playing it mainly in the key of A. As you saw from the intro, I had a bit of an intro. We're going to go over that at the end. Right, we'll do that, but we'll kind of get into the chords here. It's pretty straightforward. You know, you're playing an A, a D. Sorry about that. A, D. You've got an E, but you'll see I play the E over here in the D shape. So if you know your cage system, it's basically that. But I'm just kind of playing the strings 1, 2, and 3 basically for that E. But A, D, the E. I guess it's an A6. An A6 is basically, you play your A chord, but you're barring everything from the D chord, the D string, all the way down, all 4 strings. Okay. So it's that note on the, I guess the F sharp right there, which gives it that tone. And then I've got a C sharp minor and a B minor as well. So, but it's pretty straightforward. And as I was saying, you know, we played a little heavier. So, just to kind of give you an example. So, playing it in this key, it starts off on an A. To the D. Back to the A. All right, so that's kind of your verse right there. That's basically what you're going to be doing. But when I say we heavy it up, you know, I'll give it more distortion here, but it's like. So just kind of, you know, give me a little more bottom end to it. But what I do is I mentioned that E over here. So when I've got the bass playing alongside with me, you know, there's a lot of bottom end there. I don't want to kind of muddy it up anymore. So I kind of play that E over here. So all I'm doing is I'm taking that D-shaped chord, basically, and then I'm just making it a suspended by adding my pinky to the 5th fret there. Right, so the verse will be... So I kind of slide into it. And And then one of the fills that everyone kind of knows comes in here. All I'm doing is I'm taking 2nd fret, 4th string. So that's what, an E? I think I said this. Yeah, it's an E. I'm going from here, and I'm just rolling my finger down to the 2nd fret on the G string. So it's on the 4th string, 3rd string, back to 4, and then I'm on the 4th string on the 4th fret. Okay? So that's kind of what you're doing for the verse. Then there's the pre-chorus, you know, with the hands. So all I'm doing is taking, you can bar it, you can play it like this, but it's an A. And then I'm just adding this note right here, the F sharp on the E. So I'm just making sure that F sharp is in there, because that's the key note right there. Okay, back to the E, to the D, back to E. So again, pretty simple. The pre-chorus is A, to the A6, to an E, to the D, back to that E, and then just suspending it. That's basically it. So the chorus, A, to the D, okay, to the D, and then that little riff is, you know, right there. I'm on the B string, 3rd fret, B string, 2nd fret, and I'm going to the 4th string, I'm sorry, the D string on the 4th fret. Right? All right. Okay, and then you got that walk down. So basically, for the chorus, it's the A to the D with that little riff. I go back to the D to an E, E suspended. You play that again, but then there's that little walk down. So again, 2 chords we already know. The E to the D. And here's where you add that C sharp minor to a B minor. Okay? So really all you're doing is repeating the verse now. Nothing really changes. You know, that little riff you can kind of throw in anytime you want. Okay, you're gonna go through the verse. You go through the pre-chorus, the chorus again, and then this is kind of where we get a little creative. Actually, kind of depends if I'm just paying attention. I know what we're supposed to do is when we play this, when you come out of that walk up, we go back to that E. And typically I'm supposed to kind of come in as soon as that hits, but sometimes I'll just let the bass go a little bit if we're having a good time. Just build it up a little bit, and I go back into the riff, riff. And that's basically the bones of the song there. So to show you that riff that I'm doing, if you're kind of doing a solo acoustic, I'm playing that E pretty much to fill out the dead sound, you know, the dead sounds there when you're playing that riff. So again, that's just an open E. As far as the riff, I started on the A string, 2nd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret. So you play it twice, and then you walk it back down. And you're walking it down twice. So it's 2 going up, 2 going down. All right, we gotta just listen to the song to get the rhythm pattern. Next section is we're gonna go down a string to the D string. It's an open D, 2nd fret, 4th fret. Again, I hit the wrong note there. Hang on a sec. Same rhythm, same pattern. We're going to stay on that string. We're going to go now to the 4th fret as our kind of our anchor point. Okay. So let's go from the beginning. So it's only one time around on this section right here. Back to 4. Okay, so it's going to be on the 4th string. 4, 6, 7. Back to 6. And again, I'm going to roll this finger down to the G string, same fret, 6, G string, 4th fret. And that's really it. Now, if you want to play it in a different key, you just got to transpose it. But it's basically going to be... That's really it. I mean, again, I kind of just have it, you know, as far as my tone, I don't really have it cranked, but if you really wanted to crank it. So you kind of get the idea, like how you can kind of give it a little bit more edge, a little more dirt to it, you know, when you're playing live, because, you know, you're in a band situation, you know, playing it, it'll go over well, but I think if you can kind of, you know, especially depending on what you're playing, you know, maybe it's something with a little bit more fur on it. Should go over pretty well. So, any questions, comments, you know, obviously let me know in the comment section below. Like, subscribe. I think this kind of probably falls into the easy category. Everyone kind of knows it. Again, you can transpose it into any key you want, but keep in mind, you can't play this version along with the record, because again, I think it's a different key. Might be the key of B. This is more in the key of A. So, all right, so hopefully that helps you out. We'll see you next time.